Hello, homesteaders, YouTubers. Hope y'all have already made the transition over, man. My name is Zach Green, homesteading Antarctica. Let me be the first to introduce myself. I've made a pretty big following over on TikTok now. As the name states, I'm homesteading Antarctica, and you know, I want to give you guys a little bit of a rundown on who I am and where I come from, where the story began at, etc. And I want to make sure that gets broadcast here on YouTube first and foremost, and gets out there so you guys know where I come from. I'm originally from Alaska, and you know, I have a young son, Zachary. He's actually up the mountain over here, man. We're up here in New Mexico right now. Came out here to go ahead and make this video. If you're already subscribing to this channel, man, I hope you hit that subscribe button and check me out in the future. I'm here right now as kind of a midpoint, getting ready to head off to Texas to go work there. But let's get down to the nuts and bolts of it, man. My first idea about going to Antarctica came while I was previously here in New Mexico, and you know, it came to me at a time when, you know, I was not where I'm at spiritually now, with regard to God and Jesus and you know, my faith as it is now. I was here the first time with my son Zachary, and I just introduced him to my dad pretty much for the first time, and we were having a little bit of a rough go of it, man, here in New Mexico. So at the time I left here in New Mexico with my son, we were headed to St. Louis. I got a job offer out in St. Louis. And my son and I, we packed up and left all my items in storage here with my dad. And we hopped in the Buick I had. That Buick was awesome, man. My son and I had some awesome times in that, man. I took that Buick more places than I had even taken pickup trucks, honestly. Buicks are awesome vehicles. Anyways, we take off and we're headed east, man. Here from Los Angeles, New Mexico. We hopped in the ride, man. I had a job offer to help do a remodel job. With the same people, I did a remodel job here at the Walmart here to do a remodel on a Home Depot in St. Louis. So we packed up and we headed out, man. My little buddy and I, dude, and you know, I'm not gonna lie to y'all, man. I got some drugs, and I started off, man. By drugs I mean some meth, man. I was into meth at the time, and I was shooting meth, and you know, it was unknown to my son, man. My son had no idea what I was doing, and he hadn't known. I did my best to keep it, you know, controlled. Although you can't really control something like that, man. That drug will get a hold of you, no matter how much you think you're gonna hold on to it, man, or keep it in control, dude. Like, it will get a hold of you. It will get a hold of you, and it will slowly tear you up from within. Anyways, we drove. Everything was good. Driving. Made it to Oklahoma, and I pulled off the highway after I'd been driving for probably like 3 days straight, just pulling over at truck stops, stopping. I'd go in the bathroom long enough to do me a shot of meth, man, and then I'd get back on the road driving again, man, and that's where we sat at with that. Kept going all the way to Oklahoma, and then in Oklahoma we pulled up to a gas station. I still remember it like it was yesterday, man. We pulled up to a gas station, and everything was going all right, man. Vehicle was running good, everything was going good. So we've been sitting at this gas station for a little while, and I was like, you know, Zachary, I'm gonna go for a walk, buddy. I'm gonna go for a walk. You want to go with me? And he didn't want to go. I understood that, man. He wasn't the one driving. He was able to lay down in the back and go to sleep and everything. So I said, all right, I'm gonna leave my phone here. I'm gonna leave the car keys here. I'm gonna make sure that you have everything that you need to be able to move forward from here. And I went for a walk and left him there. The ladies inside the store knew him. He'd been in and out of there a couple times already, man. So you know, I'm just gonna go for a walk and come back. And that's what I did, man. I walked up, probably about an hour away from the vehicle is where I walked to. There's a little lake up there. I sat there and just, you know, kind of like I am right now, man. Just enjoying the breeze and just getting out of the car, walking, stretching my legs, and headed back. It'd been about an hour and a half, 2 hours by the time I see the gas station coming into view, man. This part's always a little bit tough for me, man. So I continue walking up there, man. I continue walking up, and I get to the point where I can see my car there, and I see a bunch of cops in the parking lot. And I'm looking close because I have bad vision, man. So I'm looking closer, and I don't see my son in the car. So and a cop's coming towards me, a little short little guy. Definitely has a little man complex. Now that I look back at it, you know, from this point of view, and I start freaking out, man. Where's my boy at? Where's my little boy at? I start freaking out, man. I'm freaking out. I'm storming towards the cop, about to fucking knock the guy out, man. Like, excuse my language, man, but don't excuse my language, because that's how I felt, man. It was my little boy. It was the first time I'd been away from him in six years at that point, man. It was the first time I'd been away from my little boy, man, and like, dude, I was fucking freaking out, man. I was freaking out, and luckily a cop came up from behind me and tackled me from the side, man, because I was going towards the officer, the little runt who had a small man complex. I was going towards him, and I was about to catch a charge I couldn't answer for, and I'm not gonna say what that charge would have been, but y'all can speculate. Okay, so I'm headed towards this officer. I get tackled down from the side by an officer. I wasn't even paying attention to him coming towards me, man. I hit my head on the ground, little blackout, and then when I wake up, I already had handcuffs on me. Thank God for that. Thank God for that. So he puts me in the car, and at this point, the little man shows up back at the door. I'm in the back of the cop car. The little I'm not gonna go off on the guy, man, but little Hitler. Okay, little Hitler comes up to the car, and he's like, "You're a piece of shit parent. I can't believe you left your kid here." And like, all this is going through my head right now, and like, I had pretty much lost control of my motor function. My body was involuntarily acting at this point, dude. Like, it was all I could do to not kick the guy or spit on him or something else, man, because my little boy was gone. That's all I could think about. I don't give a fuck with this little short guy that has I'm not gonna go down that road. I'm not gonna go down. I'm gonna stay on track here, man. Anyways, he says you're being arrested for abandonment of a child, and I shut my mouth, you know, and I complied at that point, man. Like, dude, first of all, let me stop right here and say, at the time that this incident happened, my son was legally old enough to babysit other children in the state of Oklahoma. So let's just move past all the speculation and everything else y'all want to say and get back to the story here. My son was taken from me, and I was locked up, man. I was put in jail, and Fortunately, I was able to get the bail money together. My mom sent me the bail money, and I'm not gonna lie to y'all, man. My mom, you know, and she had her doubts as well, and I respect that, man. Nobody knew I was getting high for a long time, man. Like I hid it for a while, man. But the way I told my mom, like, dude, like, if y'all didn't know I was getting high, how was I doing anybody any harm whatsoever, man? I mean, nobody had any suspicion, not my mom, not my son, not my dad, not anybody, man. And in my mind, I'm sitting here trying to justify. I get out, man, and I walk from the detention center back to my car, and I didn't have a phone at that time, because remember I said I left everything at the car with my son, man. And by the time we were here, we were both using my son's phone, because I was going to work in St. Louis, supposed to be going to work in St. Louis. Never made it there. Oh, actually, I did make it there, but not with Zachary. So I get back to my car, and I go inside. I talk to the people inside the store, and the lady's like, the lady that worked there, she's like, I was just trying to do what was right, this, that. I was like, man, it was all I could do, and I jumped down the lady's throat, man. And she knew that. She knew that when I walked out with my fist clenched. Like, okay, because, well, I knew my car was outside. Zachary had the keys to my car, so I'm stuck at the gas station at this point, man. Zachary had the keys to my car. When he got out the car, he had the only cell phone that worked, and like, all I still had in the car was my drugs, and that was pretty much it, man. So I go into a rage of doing drugs, man, at that point. Like, I'm sitting out there in the parking lot, probably doing enough to where you know, anybody who hadn't been doing drugs like I'd been doing them probably would have died. And I'm sitting out there. The cops keep coming up there, and you know, trying to search my vehicle, and you know, that never took place. Them searching the vehicle never took place, because I'm an advocate for the law and everything. Not saying it was right, wrong, or indifferent, but the fact is that's what went down. So finally, let me get to the point here. I get to where I find out that there's a court date for a custody hearing. My mom tells me. I'm able to go into the storage and use the store phone, and I'm able to get enough information to where I find out where there's a court date, man. So all right, I'm gonna calm down here. I continue on, and I'm trying to get my car started. It's a Buick. It's a Buick with the GM smart key that you have to have the key, man. So I'm trying. I pretty much fried my Buick, basically. Trying to get it started without the key. I still didn't have the key at this point. Never got it started. Still didn't get it started. But I found out when this court date was. So, you know, I find my way to get all the way from this place in Oklahoma all the way to the courthouse, which was roughly 20 miles away from there. And I make it to court, dude, and I go into the courtroom, and before I go in the courtroom, I see my son, and I see my dad sitting there, which I did not expect that at all, man. Like that caught me off guard to see my dad sitting there. And I give my son a hug, man, and the lady from the Child Protective Services, she comes up to me and tries to calm me down and tries to say this and that to me, and like all I want to do was knock her the fuck out as well, and my dad as well, and everybody else who was standing between me and my little boy, man. Like that was not okay with me, and everybody's like I don't know what's wrong with people when they're in those kind of positions, man. But they, like, I understand, like, if you're genuinely trying to help somebody out, man, but there was no help here, man. My son was in a place with air conditioning at a safe gas station where he knew people, had the car. He had more to survive than I did. Obviously, I'm saying right now, I didn't even have the keys to my own car. So, we go in the courtroom, and immediately the judge is looking at me, and she's already made her mind up from the gate, man, from the very get-go. And I do remember distinctly looking at her, and I look at my dad, and I was like, man, if you think you're doing better for this little child by putting him in the hands of that man right there, he's my father. He's my father. Enough said. And she didn't hear it went in one ear out the other to her, and you know that's the way it goes when you make your mind up about somebody, man. Anyways, my dad ended up walking out to court with my son, and I go outside, and I asked my dad. I said, "Hey, Dad, can you give me a ride back to my car, man? Because it was, like I said, 15, 20 miles away." Fucking guy wouldn't even give me a ride back to my car. So go back to my car, and I have a court date I'm supposed to come back to court for abandonment of a child. So I go back to I finally made it back to my car. Never got the thing started, but a stranger shows up, and they say to me, "Hey, dude, I got the title of this car right here." And he's talking about him and his chick's car. He said, I got the title of this car right here. I seen you up here for the last couple of weeks trying to get your car started. I'll give you this car if you give me that car. But we can't have no questions. And in my mind, I'm like, dude, I got to get the hell out of here anyways. I need to get on and see if I still have a job in St. Louis, and at least try moving forward from here, man. Like, it was the hardest fucking thing in the world for me to do, to even just like to go by from day to day. All I wanted to do was like just not steal anymore, and I couldn't do that either. It didn't work. It didn't work, man. Like, I could still feel like I could still see. I still knew what was going on, man. But like, I was like, all right, dude, let me think about it for a little while, and if y'all come back and my car's here and yours isn't, then you know I took your offer. If not, dude, then you'll know the answer either way. But just leave me the fuck alone for a little while and come back. So that's what they did. They walked off, man, and I'm sitting there still. I have my last jump start because, dude, by this point my batteries are dead, and I'm having to have people give me jump starts, blah 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 blah. And I was like, dude, just go, bro. Just get in that car and go. And that's what I did. And it was a piece of shit little car. It had nothing on my Buick, man. But it was like a little Honda